Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Welcome to this morning's Srimad Bhagavatam class from Canto 1, Chapter 8, Text 24. And this is a recording of a class given earlier by Srila Prabhupada in 1973 in Los Angeles. Please kick up your volume, the volume of your listening devices, so you can hear more effectively. All right, without further ado, we'll start the class now.
Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava, Kunja Vihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava, Kunja Vihari.
Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Baradhari.
Gopi Jana Vallabha,
Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Baradhari.
Gopi Jana Vallabha,
Jaya Radha जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीर बनधार यमुना तीर बनधार जय राधा माधव परमंश परिव्राजकाचार्य सत्तर सदस्माद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। स्वामी तो भक्तबिंद की जय। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू देयर समर्थ। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू देयर समर्थ। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू देयर समर्थ। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय विशान महाग्ने पुरुषाद दर्शन असत सभाया वनवास कृच्छ्रता मृद्धे अनेक महाव्रता अस्त्र थो द्रोणी अस्त्र तः चास्म हरे विरक्षिता विशान महाग्ने पुरुषाद दर्शनात् Asatsabhaya vanavasa krishyata Mride mridene kamaha vratastrato Dronyastratashchastmahare pirakshita Vishan Mahagne Purushada Darshanat Asat Sabhaya Vanavasa Krishrata Mridhe Mridene Kamaharatrato Dronyastratashchasmahare pirakshita Vishan Mahagne Asat Sabhaya Vanavasa Krishrata Mridhe Mridhene Kamaharatrato Dronyastratashchasmahare pirakshita
Hari Virakshita. All right, girls.
Ishan Mahagne Purushada Darshana Satsavaya Vanavasa Krishnata Mrile Mrile Neka Maharatastata Ishan Mahagne
Vishat, from poison. Mahagni, from the great fire. Purushado, the man-eaters. Darshana, by combating. Vasat, vicious. Suphaya, assembly. Vanavasa, exiled to the forest. Krishtrata, suffering. Mride, again and again in battle. Aneka, many. Maharata, great generals. Astrata, weapons. Droni, the son of Dronacharya. Astrata, from the weapons of. Cha, and. Asma, indicating past tense. Hare, by the personality of Godhead. Abhirakshita, protected completely. Translation. My dear Krishna, your lordship has protected us from a poisoned cake, from a great fire, from cannibals, from the vicious assembly, from sufferings during our exile in the forest, and from the battle where great generals fought. And now you have saved us from the weapon of Ashwatthama.
So, Kunti is remembering all the dangers that she had passed before gaining the kingdom. Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranasyati. These Pandavas, they are great devotees of Lord Krishna. And in the material world, because people are interested in material things, so they are put into so many dangerous conditions of life. That was the policy of Dhritarashtra, how to kill the sons of Pandu and usurp the kingdom for his own sons. That was the policy from the very beginning. But they are very obedient, because Dhritarashtra was their guardian. So Dhritarashtra constructed a house of lac. Lac means as soon as you touch one matchstick, immediately it takes fire. So he asked his nephews and sister-in-law Kunti that for some time you go, I have constructed a very nice house, you can go and live there. Vidur informed that this is the policy. Dhritarashtra wants you to burn into ashes by going there. How? Duryodhana could understand that Vidur has already informed. Therefore he was very angry. These are politics. So, although they knew that this is the plan of my uncle to send into that house and set fire, but they agreed, yes, not disobedient to the order of the superior. In this way, the house was set into fire, but they digged a subway within that house and they escaped. So that is one incident. Another incident is giving them poison cakes when they were at home. That also they escaped. Then Purushada Darshana, they met one Hirimni Rakshas, man-eater, demon. So Bhima fought with him and killed him. Similarly, Asat Sabhaya, in the assembly of Asat means those who are not gentle, not gentlemen. In the Sabha, in the assembly, there was Dhritarashtra, there was Bhishma Dev, Dronacharya, all elderly persons, and there was trick of playing chess. Somehow or other, Draupadi was taken as bet. Now, if we lose, then Draupadi is no longer our wife. It is up to you. They lost the game, so immediately Karna and Dushasana captured her. Now you are not your husband's, you are our property. We can deal with you as we like. So, Karna was insulted during Draupadi's Sayambara. In the Sayambara means big princess, very qualified princess. They used to select her own husband. Just like in your country, the selection of husband is given to the girl as she likes. This is not very good for common, but those who are uncommon, highly qualified, one who knows how to select, to such girl the facility was given to select her husband, and under very strict condition. Just like Draupadi's father make it condition. There was a fish on the ceiling, and one has to pierce the eye of the fish, not directly seeing, but seeing the shadow in the water down. So, there were so many princes. As soon as such declaration is there, all the princes come to combat. That is Kshatriya principle. So, in that assembly of Draupadi Sayambara, there was Karnas. Draupadi knew Draupadi's real purpose was to accept Arjuna as her husband. But she knew that Karna is there. If Karna competes, then Arjuna will not be able to succeed. Therefore, she said that in this competition, except the Kshatriyas, nobody can compete. That means Karna at that time was not known that he was a Kshatriya. He was the son of Kunti before her marriage. But people did not know. It was secret. So Karna was maintained by a carpenter. Therefore he was known as a Shudra. So Draupadi took advantage of this and said that I do not wish that any carpenters shall come here and compete. I don't want that. So Karna was not allowed. So Karna took it as great insult. Now when Draupadi was lost in the game, he was first of all forward. He was Duryodhana's great friend. Now we want to see naked beauty of Draupadi. So there were elderly persons in the meeting. Dhritarashtra was, Bhima was there, Dronacharya. Still they did not protest. What is this? That you are going to make naked one lady in this assembly? They did not protest. Therefore, asasabhaya, assembly of uncultured men. Uncultured man wants to see a woman naked. But that has become a fashion nowadays. You see? A woman is not to be supposed not to be naked in anyone's before except her husband. This is Vedic culture. But because these rascals wanted to see Draupadi naked in that great assembly, so they were all rascals. Asat. Sat means gentle, and asat means rude. So asat sabhaya, in that assembly of rudes, you saved, Krishna saved. Draupadi was being naked, her sari was being taken away, and the sari would not be finished. Krishna was supplying sari. So they became tired in trying to make her naked. And she never became naked. Heaps of clothes were stacked. They could understand it is impossible. And Draupadi was also, first of all, trying to save her cloth. What sexy country she is woman, and they are two men, Karna and Dushasan, was trying to make her naked. So she was crying and praying to Krishna, save my honor. But she was trying also herself to save. When she thought that it is impossible to save myself, my honor in this way, then he left the hands, he simply got up her arms and prayed, Krishna, if you like, can save. So this is the position. So long we try to save ourselves, that is not very good. If you simply depend on Krishna, Krishna, if you save me, that is all right. Otherwise, kill me as you like. You see? Maravi Rakhavi Jai Chhatva. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, I surrender unto you. Manasa Deho Geho Jo Kichu Mora. My dear Lord, whatever I have got, my position, and what I have got this body, I have got my mind, I have got a little home, and my wife, my children. This is my position. So manasa deho geho jo kichu more. So whatever I have got, this body, this mind, this wife, this children, this home, everything I surrender unto you. Manasa deho geho jo kichu. Otpinu tu apade Nanda Kishora. Krishna is known as Nanda Kishore. So this is surrender. No reservation. Fully surrender. Akinchan. Therefore Krishna, a devotee is called Akinchan. No kinchana. Kinchana means something. Something reserved for me. Of course, actually that should be position, but still, in the material world, one should not imitate. But as Rupa Goswami has shown the path, that whatever position you have got, 50% for Krishna, 25% for the relatives. They also expect something. And 25% for personal emergency. This example is shown by Rupa Goswami. Before his retirement, he did it. But actually, that everything was spent when Sanatana Goswami was arrested. Everything was spent. So, this is full surrender. When Draupadi fully surrendered to Krishna, without trying herself to save herself, then unlimited years of clothes were supplied, and she could not be made naked. But because the attempt was made in an assembly of crude, rude men, therefore he said, Asat Savayam, Banavasa Krichat. And then next game was that if they lose the game, they would go 12 years in the forest. That also happened. For 12 years. And the condition was, after 12 years, 1 year they should remain incognito. If they are detected that they are living in such and such place, then again 12 years. So hard condition. But that also surpassed. In that incognito condition, they married Draupadi. Arjuna was at that time in an incognito. He went there as a Brahmin, in the dress of a Brahmin. Because if he went there in the dress of a Kshatriya, they will be detected again. Here is Arjuna. Then again he'll have to go again for 12 years. So these things are there described in the Mahabharata. Mahabharata means, Maha means great, greater. And Bharat means India. It is the history of greater India. Mahabharata. They take it as stories, as mythology. That is nonsense. It is history. Mahabharata is the history. So we take it as history. All these Puranas, Mahabharata, they are histories. But not this chronological history. Chronological history, if you keep, how many pages you have to keep? So many things. Simply selected incidences they describe there. Select most important incidences, but that is history. So these very important incidents, they are described in the Mahabharata. Then Mridhe. Mridha means battlefield. Mridhe. Aneka Maharatha Astato. There are great fighters. Maharatha. These are just like in modern days, they are given title, lieutenant, captain, commander-in-chief, like that. And formerly, these titles were for the military man. Ekaratha, Maharatha, Otiratha. Ratha means chariot. So, if one could fight with one charioteer, he is Ekaratha. And if he could fight with 1,000 charioteers, then he is called Maharatha. So, all the commanders there in the battlefield of Kurukshetra were Maharatha. Maharatha. That is described in the Bhagavad Gita. Especially Bhishma and Karna and Dronacharya, they are very great commanders. Still, Arjuna could kill them by the grace of Krishna. Arjuna was nothing in front of them. They are so great fighters. Arjuna was also Maharatha. Still, these commanders were very powerful. But by the grace of Krishna, he could kill Karna, he could kill Bhishma, he could kill Dronacharya and came out victorious. And Parikshit Maharaj, when he was talking with Sukadeva Goswami, he also referred this, that the battlefield of Kurukshetra was just like ocean. And there were so many ferocious aquatic animals. But by the grace of Krishna, my grandfather crossed over it very easily. This is very significant. That you may have many enemies or many fighters, very powerful fighters, but if you remain at the protection of Krishna, then nobody can do you anything harm. Rakhe Krishna mareke. If Krishna protects you, nobody can kill you. But if Krishna kills you, nobody can give you protection. That is the Rakhe Krishna mareke. Mare Krishna rakhe ke. This is the if Krishna desires to kill you, nobody can save you. Just like a big man, a rich man is suffering from disease. All first-class physician, medicine, hospital available for him, but still he dies. That means Krishna desires that this man must die. So these things will not help you. The so-called protective methods that we have discovered, they will be useless if Krishna does not desire that you should live. They will be useless. Just like Ravan, he was very powerful. But when Krishna desired, Lord Ramchandra desired, so nobody could give protection. He was a great devotee of Lord Shiva. And he was praying, Lord Shiva, please come and save me in this danger. So Lord Shiva did not come. Then Parvati, Lord Shiva's wife, asked that, why is that? Your devotee is such a great devotee, he has served you so much, and now he is in danger, he is asking your help, you are not going. Lord Shiva replied, my dear Parvati, what shall I do? I cannot give her protection. It is not possible. Why shall I go? So this is the position that if God wants to kill you, nobody can give you protection. And if God wants to give you protection, nobody can kill you. This is the position. Rakhe Krishna mare Krishna rakhe. So, Kunti Devi is remembering one after another how Krishna saved them. That is, thinking of Krishna, smaranam. Krishna, you are so kind upon us. You saved us in so many big, dangerous positions. It is for you. Otherwise, there is no hope. And the last is Dronastra. Dronastra. This Ashwatthama, he executed very abominable task. He killed. Of course, there was fight. Both the parties belonged to the same family. So everyone died. So only 5 sons of the Pandavas, they were living. So Ashwatthama thought that if I kill these 5 sons of Pandavas and present the head to Duryodhana, he will be very much pleased. So what did he do? That when the 5 sons were sleeping, inhumanly, he cut up, he separated the heads of the 5 sons and presented to Duryodhana. Duryodhana was at that time in an incapable state. His waist was broken, he could not move. And he lied that I have brought the 5 heads of the Pandavas, my dear Duryodhana. Oh, you have brought? He was very glad in the beginning. But he knew how to test it. But when he pressed the head, it immediately became collapse. Oh, he said, this is not Pandava's head. It must be their son's head. Then he admitted, yes. He became fainted. That you have killed all the hopes. I hope that in our family at these 5 sons you have killed also. So in that lamentment he died. So he was arrested. He was arrested by Arjuna and he was to be killed. Krishna ordered that kill him. He is not a Brahmin. He is less than Shudra. So when he was arrested, then he was let loose by the request of Draupadi that I am suffering for the death of my sons, and this rascal is the son of our Guru Maharaj, Dronacharya, who has done so much for us. If he dies also, then Mother Guru will be very much unhappy. So let him go ahead. So being insulted, he threw atom bomb, Brahmastra. The Brahmastra is something like atomic weapon, nuclear weapon. It can go to the enemy, wherever the enemy is. It doesn't matter. It will go and kill. That is called Brahmastra. So the Brahmastra was, he knew that the rest of the Kuru family is Parikshit, the son of Abhimanyu. She is in the of Uttara. So let me kill him also. Everything finished. So Dronastra. So when that weapon was let loose, Parikshit Maharaj's mother, Uttara, felt that she is going to discharge the and she approached Krishna, save me, and Krishna entered the of Uttara and saved the child, the posthumous child. So in this way, the Pandava family was saved. Simply Parikshit Maharaj remained. That also within the of his mother, and in mature time, when Parikshit Maharaj came out, the grandfathers only there. Parikshit Maharaj's father was 16 years old, and he went to fight. 7 big commanders killed him. 7. He was so great fighter. Arjun's son, Subhadra's son. The Subhadra is here. The Subhadra is sister of Krishna. She was married to Arjun, and she got only one child, this Parikshit Maharaj. So as soon as Parikshit Maharaj became grown up, the whole estate was entrusted to him, and all the Pandavas left home and went to Himalaya. This is the history of Mahabharata. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, thank you for coming. Srila Prabhupada has wonderfully explained a good portion of the Mahabharata. Okay, let me just stop this for now. Okay, stop by itself. Right. Hare Krishna. So, Srila Prabhupada has related the part of this Mahabharata, and the one thing that he stressed for us, and I know it's my takeaway, and then the devotees can also talk about their takeaways they want to, is Radhe Krishna Marake More Krishna Rakeke. If Krishna wants to kill you, nobody can protect you. And if Krishna wants you not dead or protected, then nobody can kill. So we should give all, Manasa Deho, all, everything to Krishna and surrender, not only ourselves, but everything that is in our possession and also our family. Just surrender everything to Krishna. That is the best thing to do for Krishna consciousness. So, dear devotees, Hare Krishna, please unmute yourself if you're interested in sharing a takeaway, asking a question, or sharing a realization with this nice lecture where Sri Prabhupada was teaching and also talking about some of the history of the Mahabharata. Hare Krishna. Please unmute yourself if you want to share.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisance all to Srila Prabhupada.
Jai, glory to Prabhupada.
Jai. I was really taken, every time I hear this pastime of Ashwatthama killing the Pandava's sons, and it's been going, beyond that and killing the baby, the womb of the fetus in Uttara, it baffles me, like, my God, what kind of a demon is this guy? Like, even though he was born from a Brahmana, like, what kind of a person is this guy? So wicked that he can do something so bad like that. And I'm always curious to actually know, who is he? What is he? Why did he come? Because I mean, that's such a heinous, demoniac, and devious act, to actually do that. But I guess my takeaway from that part is to, to really see that, Maya, or the demoniac, what's the word, characteristics, can be covered up sometimes by someone who we, like this, like we've heard, just because Ashwatthama is born from a Brahmana, from Dodvanachari, it doesn't mean that he's twice born, because he did not have the qualities of a Brahmana, because he was so covered up because of his, Dronacharya. So it shows the power of greed and envy and anger, and the whole cheating propensity and the killing propensity. It's so powerful that sometimes these behaviors can, are so subtle that it just takes one incident to bring it all up. Like no one would have thought that Ashwatthama would be that way, because he was born from a Brahmana's son. I mean, from a Brahmana. One would think that he would have the same qualities, but that is not the case. So it shows that each of us have our own karma. We, even though we have children, and we think, sometimes we think, oh, but he or she, I raised him, I breastfed him, I carried him for 9 months, or him or her. We think that our child has our karma. No, they have their own karma. Even though, and I think that's one thing that I've learned, as parents, that we automatically think he or she's my child, so it's the same karma, but it's very different karma. And it shows that each of us here are fighting our own battlefield of Kurukshetra, regardless of who we are born from and who are our parents and their characters and our characters and all that stuff. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, everybody carries their own, as they say, destiny. And we don't have as much control. If we submit to Krishna, then that's a different story. Then now the Paramatma takes care and also protects and also records our activities, in terms of spiritual credits or debits. That goes in the hand of the Lord in the heart. So it's a much better situation when we come under Krishna's protection. But it also comes from our surrender to him. Krishna never forces us to come under his protection. Although he does give protection, whether we realize it or not. But it's more obvious when we surrender to him, the kind of protection that he gives. Hare Krishna. Anyone else like to mute yourself and share a realization, a takeaway, or a question, or ask a question? Hare Krishna. I can share a little bit in the meantime. So this canto, okay, there is a text message. Let me just see what text, all right. Okay, this is from Sarangas in the Damodar Das. Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I too have a similar takeaway as yours. Krishna will take care of your life. You should only be worried. Let me just open it bigger. I should only be worried to serve Krishna in every situation. As we don't ask for distress, but it still comes. Happiness will also come. The service and surrender should be constant. Yes. Srila Prabhupada has said this so many times. Sometimes people see they have to work so hard to make whatever they want to make, materially. But Srila Prabhupada said more than once, with this example that we've been reminded by Damodar Prabhu, that yes, trouble sometimes happen uninvited. You're sitting minding your business at a stoplight, traffic light, which is red, and you're just sitting there, and all of a sudden somebody comes and hits the back of your car because they're not paying attention. Or one situation that I saw in Maryland, if you don't mind my relating the story, in Maryland. I'd gone there. I was just on my way back to Pennsylvania. And from where I was at in Rockville town, I had to go through a street called Old Georgetown Road. And I had to, it's a main street. So from a smaller street or a side street, I had to stop at a light. So we all started with like 3 cars behind the front cars. And then we got a green light. So of course, people are in such a border passion. Green light, so 2 cars in the front, because there was 2 lanes, they moved immediately. Well, it so happened, and I'm just sitting in the back, I saw a tractor trailer coming from the other side just when the light changed to green. And when it changed to green, he had got to that intersection and he hadn't slowed down. Therefore, this big old thing went right through the intersection. But there were 2 cars that didn't even look up to see that it was coming. We just got a green light. So, okay, the other side must be red. They didn't know the truck was right at the intersection. Drove and hit and got hit by the truck. Either way, some of them got hit. One got hit by the truck, and the other one drove right into the truck. Mm-hmm. And then they were scared like anything because I saw how it happened. The first one that was hit by the truck, he just turned the car around like 90 degrees because he was coming from a 90-degree section, the intersection. So he was coming from the other side. The truck was coming from the other side. And so we all had to stop. And, the other one, the front tires went flat immediately. The front has been banged and the truck driver got out. So, and I still remember the words of the truck driver. I'm sorry, darling. I'm calling the other one, the woman in driving. Darling, are you hurt? So he was scared like anything. She was. Mm. So anything can happen at any time. And it wasn't their fault. They got a green light, so they had a right to move, but still they ran into an accident. So, welcome to the material world. This is why the Prabhupada wants us to take this process so seriously that this becomes the last body and we go to a place where we'll be happy and, no situations like that won't happen anymore. Death will come whether we like it or not. We should make it something that we will, in fact, benefit tremendously from in terms of going back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. Any other comments? You can unmute yourself if you want to comment. Okay, so I was at, before we read the Dhammadas text. So Dhritarashtra, again, here's Pandavas, they're born of Maharaj Pandu. The situation about Pandu becoming king, the Pandavas had nothing to do with it. This was a decision made by Bhishma, by all the elders there, that Pandu be the next king. Come to find out, the Dhritarashtra did not like the idea that he was older than Pandu, and they gave the kingdom to Pandu to rule, but Dhritarashtra was blind. That was the reason. Yet he conspires to kill the sons of Maharaj Pandu, conspiring to kill them and usurp the kingdom for his sons. The Prabhupada was saying, and one of the things that they did was a house of lac was constructed, and the idea was to burn the Pandavas to ashes. And so then they got invited to go on a vacation there, an extended vacation in this house. But Vidura knew what was going on. Vidura's Yamaraj that had come to see Krishna. He warned the Pandavas, and therefore the Pandavas were aware of what was going to happen. Mm-hmm. And he also arranged, by the way, for the Pandavas to be able to escape from that house, big palace, looks like, in terms of size, through a tunnel that the same Vidura helped to dig. You have a miner, person that digs for mining, dig that particular tunnel so they could get out when they could get out, and then they burn the house. Mm-hmm. Another situation, they were given a poison cake, but they escaped from that. And then another time, of course, when they were in the away from the house of lac, they were in the forest. They had to rest somewhere in the forest. There was a demon, hit him, and he was a man-eating type demon, and Bhim had to fight and kill him. And then, another situation came. They played chess. Pandavas got cheated. Draupadi was lost in the bet. They abused Draupadi. These Kurus, they abused Draupadi. Karna was in the president of the Swayamvara for Draupadi. And Draupadi knew that Karna was likely to be able to do the task that everybody had to do to try to win her hand. But since Karna had been brought up as a Shudra, even though he was in fact the son of a Kshatriyani, Kunti, still nobody knew about it. So Draupadi blocked Karna from competing in the Swayamvara. And so Karna had that in the back of his mind. So when it came to this bet that they had, and the Kurus were able to be successful in one of the bets, they said that they would put what they want to do. And Yudhishthira put Draupadi as a bet. And they lost. So Draupadi was now, according to the Kurus, their property. And they tried to strip her naked, all kinds of horrible things they were trying to do. They just really wanted to do things to get to the Pandavas, to embarrass them or kill them or disgrace them or any way that they wanted. This is the way of the world. Sometimes people are very, very envious. But, the stories Papa told a lot of it all the way to the very end. And he described Mide battlefield. When that means battlefield, Maharata is a great chariot fighter. Arjun could have been defeated by Bhishma or Drona or even Karna, but by the grace of Krishna, Arjun was able to defeat them. So what we learn from is, if we put our hopes and we put ourselves under the guidance by surrendering to Krishna, then everything that happens will be according to Krishna's wishes. Therefore, we'll get the mercy that way. Hare Krishna. So leave everything to the will of Krishna. Hare Krishna. Any other person wants to unmute and share? If not, then we thank you very much for coming on today. And so we're in the midweek, so the rest of the week, have a nice, wonderful, wonderful Krishna conscious rest of the week. Of course, the Rath Yatra is coming up, so the preparation is going on. Anybody that wants to contribute can go to the website, and iskonharrisburg.org, and you just basically, front page, you can't miss it. The Rath Yatra is announced there. You click that, and it gives you an option to donate. So it's not late at all. It's just about a week and a half away for this particular Rath Yatra. It's at City Island in Harrisburg. And so promises to be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Lord Jagannath comes out, everybody goes on a different level, a high level of bliss. Hare Krishna. All right. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripasinibhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namah. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. God Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.